Okay, very well. So welcome. Let's start. Remember, today we start a new level, a new unit. Perfect. So let's see. What are we going to learn during this unit? Well, this unit, we're going to learn vocabulary about weather. We're going to improve the vocabulary we already know. We're going to learn vocabulary about basic needs, grammar, simple present, present continuous, simple past, and past continuous review. Okay, so first of all, tell me, what do you see in this picture? That's the first question. What do you see in this picture? Who would like to tell me?
It's a tower with eyes.
Very well. Interesting observation. It looks like something like in the movie Frozen, right? Hmm. So you think this is cold? Maybe it's cold. I thought it could be salt, but yeah, this is like very cold. Okay, so this is a very extreme weather. I don't know if this place actually exists. Let me check. Okay, and let me see. Maybe it exists.
It's Arendelle.
It's what?
Arendelle, Frozen.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Arendelle? I see. I see here the name is Lake Michigan in Michigan City. St. Joseph, Michigan Lighthouse. Sorry, I haven't seen the movie. Saint, so that's why I didn't understand. Joseph Lighthouse. It seems like it's this place, right? But this is how it looks during the winter. Here's the picture. It's even the same picture. Or not, because this one looked darker. What a view, right? It's impressive. So this is during winter, and this is during the rest of the year when it's not that cold. It looks usually like this. But yeah, it makes it look like a castle. right? Okay, so now we have this now. I would like to ask you, let's talk about a little bit the vocabulary about weather conditions. So who can tell me what are the 4 seasons in English? Can you please tell me what are the 4 seasons? Maite, what are the 4 seasons?
Winter, autumn,
Sorry, I can't hear you. We need to check this microphone or you won't be able to participate in class. Or you can write on the chat, okay? Fernanda, what are the 4 seasons in English? Can you tell me what are the 4 seasons?
El 2, ¿verdad?
No, the question is, what are the 4 seasons? What are the 4 seasons in English? Do you know the 4 seasons? ¿Qué quiere decir la palabra season?
Tormenta de nieve.
That is blizzard, but here you see that I wrote another thing. What are the 4 seasons, guys?
Las estaciones del año.
Okay, what are the 4 seasons?
¿Las tengo que decir en inglés?
Yes, please. What are the 4 seasons? Do you know the 4 seasons? Okay,
Es
the
que en
first
inglés no
one.
me las sé, profe.
Don't worry. Spring. What is a spring?
Winter, spring, summer, and fall.
Good. What is a spring? What do you think? This is spring? Yes, very well. Primavera. Thank you, Arturo. Summer. Verano. Autumn. They also call it fall. Fall is American. Autumn is British. Otoño. Winter. What is winter?
invierno,
Invierno. So, Fernanda, can you please repeat the 4 seasons in English?
Yes, es spring, summer, autumn y winter.
Very well. You can say autumn, but fall is the American one. Okay, now please tell me, Daniela, what are the spring months? ¿Cuáles son los meses en los que solemos tener primavera? What are the spring months?
March,
March, good.
April,
April,
mayo, no me
May.
acuerdo cómo se dice mayo,
May.
May.
Okay, that's it, right? Creo que a partir de mayo empieza el verano o no me acuerdo. Depende de también en qué parte del mundo. Right? But
Right.
here in this part, I think it's until May. Creo que es hasta mayo, ¿no?
Yes, creo que sí.
Mira, ahí nos puso Oscar con los emojis para que los identifiquemos, right? Winter, the rain flake, sorry, not the rain, the snowflake. Snowflake, so es como snowflake es de cono, ¿no? ¿Cómo se decimos? Copo de nieve, right?
Copo de nieve.
Okay, you see the snowflake. The spring you have a sunflower. Summer you have the sun because it's very hot. And fall, right? The autumn. The fall because the leaves fall. De hecho tiene sentido, ¿no? Fall se llama fall, recuerden que es caer. Entonces, ¿por qué? Pues porque caen las hojas. Y autumn viene del latín. Ajá. Entonces, bueno. We have the British and the American way. Ok, ¿cuáles son los meses de verano? Sería como, entonces, a partir de junio, ¿verdad? June. What else?
June, July, August,
July. Please repeat. July.
July,
July, June, July,
June, July y August.
August. Ya que
Good.
fue por they call el niño. I don't know if, I think in English they are calling it the same or they call it the boy. Well, I think the phenomenon is called el niño. So it extended to October, se extendió hasta octubre. If I'm not wrong, como que otoño realmente casi fue todo verano, ¿no? I remember when I went to Poland a month ago or more. I went to Poland and it was hot. We went to Poland, I don't remember. When did I go to Poland? Y bueno, la vez anterior, en ese mismo año, bueno, el año anterior, ya hacía frío y ya estaban cayendo las hojas. Pero este año, no. This year was still hot. Había como que serán 25, 28 grados. Cuando allá ya es como que peguen 10 grados. Y ahora ya están entrado como, no sé si llamarlo otoño, porque ya hay de 0 a 5 grados. Y creo que las temperaturas bajo cero van a ser que en el próximo mes. That we say. Sub-zero. Sub-zero sería bajo cero. Sub-zero. Creo que hay un personaje de un videojuego que se llama así, ¿no? Sub-zero.
Mortal Kombat.
De Mortal Kombat. Ok, Sub-zero. Ok, bueno, entonces depende, creo que en el hemisferio sur es distinto, pero no sé bien realmente cuáles son las estaciones en el hemisferio sur. Creo que está invertido, if I'm not wrong. But, okay, so what are Oscar, what are usually the fall months or the autumn months?
September, October, November.
September, October, November. Good. What are the winter months, Moni?
December, January y February.
December, January, February. Good. Exactly. Okay, so those are the winter months. Okay, very well. So, any questions, guys, at this moment? Please tell us then. Arturo, dinos los meses del año de corrido en inglés, desde enero.
Okay, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December.
Good, very well. So, in case you didn't have it too much in mind, please memorize them. Okay, so we have 4 seasons. What's your favorite season, guys? A ver, vamos a preguntar. A ver, okay, would like to ask Maite, quizá en el chat nos puedas escribir. What is your favorite season? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Summer, okay. Fernanda, what is your favorite season?
Autumn and winter.
Okay. Daniela, what's your favorite season?
November,
Okay, and Oscar, what's your favorite season?
Absolutely winter.
Winter. Okay, you don't like hot.
No at all.
Okay, very well. Moni, what is your favorite season?
Winter.
Sorry? Mhm,
Winter.
Winter. Arturo? Winter?
Same, yes.
Okay, so many of you don't like hot. We say hot when we talk about the weather. Vamos a decir heat si nos referimos a calor como, no sé, cualquier otro calor que no venga del clima. Podemos pensar, por ejemplo, el calor de la estufa o el calor de un calentador, right? Heat. Eso es un sustantivo. Hot también lo utilizamos para decir caliente, right? For example, you can say hot weather. Or you can say the hot, el calor para referirse al clima. So you can say, I don't like the hot or I don't like the hot weather. Okay. And yeah, if you ask me, depends where I am. But I would say that here in where I live, it's better, way better in winter. Why? Well, first because everything has a better temperature. The weather is really awesome in winter. Like maybe you don't like the hot, but if you come here in winter, you will realize, for example, today was a hot day, o fue un poco caluroso, but for example, we're 25, ahorita tenemos 25 grados. We have been between 20 and 25 in winter time. Winter time lo voy a utilizar para decir en la temporada de invierno. También puedes decirlo con cualquier otro, por ejemplo, summertime. De hecho, esto se escribe junto, ¿no? Summertime. Summertime es el verano, como la época del verano. So here in wintertime is between 20 and 25 Celsius. While the rest of the year will be about 25 to 33 or 35. Y en verano si hace mucho calor, puede ser de 25 hasta 35 grados. It can be very, very hot. It really sucks. It really sucks. I don't like the summer here. The other thing when you come here in winter is that, and that's one advice, because maybe if some of you want to plan a vacation and they ask, what's the best season? ¿Cuál es la mejor época para venir en esta parte del país? So, in general, all Riviera Maya is the best season during winter, but before Christmas, pero antes de las festividades navideñas. We also have low tourist season, although we have tourism all the time. Hay turismo todo el tiempo, pero es más bajo en esta época. What I would say is between September and November is the best season. Even mid-December podría ser muy tarde, como a mediados de diciembre, no longer than mid-December. And these months are the best, where you will have bearable temperature. La temperatura va a ser más soportable. Soportable se dice bearable, como más soportable. You will have bearable temperature. I wouldn't say empty beaches, but very low tourism. Muy poco turismo. That means you can go to places and they can be empty. Actually, we went to a beach recently and there were no people. No había personas en esta playa a la que fuimos y era muy bonita. And the other thing is they will have the seaweed season. Seaweed is el sargazo or seaweed. And it comes during summer, viene como en verano. Y cuando hace más calor es cuando peor se pone. Entonces es muy feo cuando las playas están llenas de sargazo. La verdad, se ve muy mal, huele muy mal y se ve muy feo porque se acumula y a veces se pone de otro color, luego se hacen plagas. It's not beautiful. So if you can, try to avoid summer, honestly. Summer here sucks. Aquí el verano, la verdad, es horroroso. I would say it's not good for you. What else? Well, I could say that well, during winter there is no seaweed, no hay realmente sargazo, o hay muy poco, no es nada molesto durante invierno. Que bueno, también enero todavía está, digamos que si bien en enero, January, but after the festivities, after the Three Kings Day, después del día de los ¿cómo se llama? Los Reyes Magos, está bien. Está bien para visitar todavía. Could be beginning February, could be good, but the best is try to come between October and November. October and November are the best months. Yeah, you may have a few rainy days. Aquí en esta temporada empieza un poco de lluvia, but nothing to worry. Yeah, so that's my recommendation. So in my case, I like winter here. I like winter time here. I don't like summer here because it's the opposite. A lot of people, muchas personas, mucho sargazo, mucho calor. Horrible. It's horrible. I hate summer here. I hate summer. And if I was in other part, for example, in other countries, for example, Europe, la mejor, bueno, depende de lo que les guste, but Europe, the best thing is going in, or even United States or other countries that are cold, like snows, como hablo de países donde hace frío, donde neva, it's better during summertime, será mejor durante el verano. So you can enjoy everything because there are some parks, there are some things that will be closed. Habrá algunas actividades que, por ejemplo, están cerradas, algunos parques que se cierran por cuestión del invierno. Entonces, es mejor en estos países, si van a visitar un país frío, ir en verano. And avoid winter. También porque se pueden cancelar vuelos por el mal tiempo, muchas complicaciones. So, winter is beautiful because the snow. A mí no sé, me encantó la nieve la primera vez que la vi. So, but try to avoid it. Like, it's not really good. You don't have much to see. And it's so cold that actually people don't have much to do, al menos que sepas esquiar o te interese esquiar. Pero no hay mucho que hacer. Realmente las personas se aburren y no les gusta el invierno porque si hace frío allá, ¿no? That's the thing here. Okay, guys. Well, I was talking a little bit too much. And, well, let's continue now. We have the vocabulary. Ahora sí, el vocabulario que vemos aquí. Okay. So the first one is high winds. High winds. You can also say strong winds. También se puede decir strong winds or high winds. So which one is that? Letter G. Ahora vamos a hablar de clima extremo. So you see here, high winds like the hurricane. Hurricanes have high winds. There was an interview of a person that said that the rain was hurting the person's face. Estaba viendo una entrevista y decían que el viento es tan fuerte que si viene con un poco de lluvia, se siente que golpea y que se siente la lluvia como piedras en tu cara. So imagine how strong the wind can be, right? Okay, so high winds usually are an indication of hurricanes in this part of the world. Okay, what do you think is a blizzard? Is the number 2, blizzard. Look at the picture. ¿Cuál creen que sea? Blizzard.
F.
F, exactly. Blizzard is letter F. So blizzard is high winds combined with a lot of snow. A lot of snow, a lot of wind, very strong. Okay, those are the high winds. Letter F. Okay, so just like you can see, usually during a blizzard, you're not allowed to drive. A veces incluso no se permite o es peligroso manejar. The schools don't work. Nadie sale a la escuela ni nada. Cierran los establecimientos during a blizzard because it's dangerous. You have to put chains around your tires. Tienes que poner cadenas alrededor de las llantas del auto. Chains around neck, around tire. Okay, yeah, so they do this. In fact, it's something you must do. Aquí no es como que si quieres, aquí tienes que hacer esto, pues es una obligación. En época así de nieve hay que ponerle esto a las llantas. Okay. And again, it's not that beautiful. In some countries, like for example, in Central and Northern Europe, en Europa Centro y en Europa Norte, like I would say Scandinavia and Europe and Eastern Europe, it's very ugly. It gets dark 3, se oscurece a las 3 de la tarde. Algunos países incluso un poco antes. It's very strange. Imagine you go to work, vas a trabajar, te levantas temprano y está oscuro. Llegas de trabajar y está oscuro. It's very creepy. Like, I remember the first time I arrived in winter, and I wanted to, like, I honestly slept a lot. Había pasado el vuelo, entonces tenía jet lag, tenía mucho sueño y la verdad sí me dormí esa noche y yo creo que desperté hasta la 1:30 de la tarde y se estaba haciendo oscuro y solo desayuné. I had breakfast and after that was completely dark y ya estaba totalmente oscuro. So I was like, it really hits you. And some people even are affected emotionally. There are places where half of the year is like this. Hay lugares donde la mitad del año es así, right? So it's different. We could think it's beautiful, but it's difficult. It's hard. Es realmente complicado para las personas. So, we don't like hot. They come here because they like hot. Mucha gente viene aquí y incluso se quedan a vivir porque les encanta el calorcito. Y nosotros, ¿sabes? Quisiéramos vivir en un país frío, ¿no? Que llueva, que haya, que nieve, right? Would you like that? Or you like more like a balanced weather? What would you prefer? What will be more bearable for you? A strong winter, a heavy winter, or a heavy summertime? ¿Qué preferirían? ¿Un verano pesado o un invierno pesado? What would you prefer?
A winter.
A winter?
Yeah.
Winter.
Okay. A tough winter. Okay. Yeah. It's bad if you don't have the air conditioning. And if you have the air conditioning, you pay a lot for electricity. It can be very expensive. Okay, the number 3, guys, are these stones. They're like made of ice, but they are called hail. Which picture, Arturo, do you think is for hail? Which of these pictures do you think is?
Letter E.
E, exactly. So those are ice stones. That's ice, hail, granizo. It can be so big. It can kill people, it can kill animals, it can destroy cars, windows. All right. So, E, hail, granizo. What do you think, Fernanda, is number 4, a heat wave?
It's a letter D.
Excellent, letter D. Yeah, they have their umbrella, not because it's rainy. They have the umbrella because it's hot as heck. Right? Okay, so yeah, that's a heat wave. Ola de calor. Okay. Pueden decir en inglés como la frase, you can say it's hot as heck, or it's cold as heck. Es una manera para enfatizar que tienes mucho calor o mucho frío. It's hot as heck. De hecho, la palabra que normalmente utilizan es la palabra con F, que es una grosería. Y heck no es grosería, aún así es muy informal, right? So don't use it with your boss or with someone in a formal context. You say, it's hot as heck. It's cold as heck. Maybe you can use it with friends. Okay. Y bueno, la palabra con F sería mala palabra if you want to use it. But heck is not a bad word. De hecho, la palabra también, digamos, es hell. Hell, como cuando dices, what the hell. What the hell es qué demonios, qué rayos, ¿no? What the hell. Y generalmente, pues bueno, también es con F, pero eso es mala palabra. Entonces, hell, como sigue siendo una palabra muy fuerte, puedes decir heck. Okay, what the heck. What the hell. Okay. Good. Let's see, thunder and lightning. What is money, thunder, and lightning? Number 5. Okay, Maite, please, but maybe you can write on the chat because we can't hear you. Very well, thunder is the sound. Lightning is what you see. So what is that? What is thunder and lightning?
Truenos y relámpagos.
Exactly. Very well. So thunder, remember, you can say, I hear thunders. Escucho truenos. I see lightning. Veo relámpago, or plural, relámpagos. I see lightnings. So I hear thunders, I see lightnings. Okay. 6, heavy rain. What do you think, Oscar, is number 6, heavy rain?
It's the letter B.
Yes, very well. And we don't say strong, be careful. Strong rain no es correcto para decir lluvia fuerte. No se llevan esas dos palabras juntas. Tenemos que decir heavy rain para decir que está lloviendo fuerte. And finally, what do you think, Daniela, is number 7, fog?
Hey. Bueno, la
Yes, A, that's correct. Very well. So fog comes from, fog, yes, fog is niebla. There is a word that is mixing smoke. Smoke is humo. Fog, niebla, y de ahí se forma la palabra smog. Smoke, fog, smog. Okay, que es como niebla de humo, right? Okay, which makes sense. Any questions about this vocabulary?
No.
teacher.
Okay, now tell me, you're outside, man, you're outside. Están afuera, caminando. And suddenly there are any of these. Y se desata algunos de este clima extremo. We usually use in English the word strike para decir que una catástrofe golpea, ¿no? Podemos decir high winds stroke, como que golpearon la ciudad. The blizzard stroke Germany. Heat waves are striking the world. Okay, so imagine that any of these stroke where you live. Imagínense que están caminando por la calle y alguno de estos se libera. Which one will you be the most scared about? ¿Cuál de estos les daría más miedo si están en la calle? No puedes subirte a ningún auto. You're just walking. Which one will you be the most afraid of? ¿Cuál les daría más miedo? Which one will you be more afraid to face?
I think the hail because it hits your body if you are in without cover, right?
Mhm. Yeah. It hits you, it can kill you.
Yeah, right.
Okay, what do you think, guys? Everyone else, ¿cuál es su opinión? Los demás, ¿qué opinan? ¿Qué les daría más miedo?
No escuché bien, profe. ¿Qué preguntó?
Which of these you will be more afraid if they stroke? You're walking in the street, they strike you. Estás caminando y se desata alguno de estos. Which one will you be most scared of? ¿Cuál de estos les daría más miedo? And so you would say, I would be more scared of. I would be more scared of. Así van a decir. So tell me, Fernanda, which one you would be more scared of?
I will be more scared of hail.
Of hail.
Of hail.
Okay. Daniela, how about you?
And heavy rain?
Heavy rain? Really? What about you, Arturo?
The same hail.
Hail? Money? Maite, how about you? Maybe on the chat, please. I will be more afraid of hail as well. Well, heat wave, I think I can cover myself. I will be careful. Maybe I would use even my shirt to cover my face. So I wouldn't be very afraid of a heat wave. Rain, not really. Doesn't matter if it's too heavy. There's a saying that they use in many countries that it's we're not made of paper. Dice, no estamos hechos de papel. Así como que si te mojas no pasa nada, ¿no? No te pasa nada si te mojas. But thunders and lightnings are scary too. También un relámpago puede impactarte, right? And that can kill you instantly. It can fry you. So I will be very scared. And blizzard, yeah, blizzard too, también. La nieve sí puede, si no tienes la ropa adecuada, te puedes congelar en menos de un minuto, ¿no? Puedes tener una consecuencia grave. It's very, like, I don't know, guys, how to explain, but you go outside during winter in an European country or in another country where it's very cold, literally your face starts to paralyze. Puedes sentir con un frío, cuando hace realmente frío, que aquí en México creo que no se puede experimentar un frío tan fuerte. En los lugares donde sí, se te sientes como se paralizan las partes de la cara por el frío. So you need to have appropriate clothes for cold. So me, I will be very scared of hail, lightnings, and blizzard, but I think will be the first place, hail, because that would hurt me instantly. Second, lightning, and third, blizzard. That will be the order. Okay. Very well. So that's why it's called, right? Extreme weather. Now it says activity 4. Think about where you live. Piensen ahora ustedes donde ustedes viven. When do you experience extreme weather? Okay, so can you please tell me which one do you experience the more frequent? ¿Cuáles han experimentado o experimentan más frecuentemente?
Here is the heavy rain. How do you say
Okay.
inundaciones?
Floods, inundaciones.
We have a lot of floods.
Okay.
Heavy rain.
Heavy rain. Here, strong winds or high winds. Hurricanes are common, but I have never experienced a hurricane. Floods. Okay. Well, guys, now we watch this video about the words. Vamos a aprender más vocabulario. The worst catastrophes in the world. Aquí tenemos la palabra. Vamos a aprender la palabra catastrophe. Catastrophe. Can you please repeat? Catastrophe.
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 Good. Catastrophe. I use the word phenomenon. Phenomenon es un fenómeno, right? No es tan complicado. Y en phenomena es el plural. Para decir fenómenos, tendríamos que escribirlo con A. Phenomenon, singular, phenomena, plural. So we're going to learn about the most catastrophic, deadliest, dramatic phenomena in the history. The worst disasters in human history. Okay. You know, maybe we should be scared of the future. Dicen que el futuro se viene con muchos huracanes, inundaciones, ciudades que van a desaparecer, las que están cerca.
Our planet is a living planet, and the only
So you will be a little bit more afraid when you watch this video and you see what has happened before. Muchas veces en una era preindustrial, podríamos decir, antes de que se desarrollara todo este boom de fábricas, there were catastrophe. Imagine now that we are affecting the planet so much. Ahora que estamos afectando al planeta con tanta contaminación y you know, there are always new houses building everywhere. Yo lo he visto, a lo mejor ustedes lo han visto mucho más, si tienen más edad, como en un lugar donde antes había pues árboles o había incluso pues terrenos baldíos, podríamos decir, o campos, y ahora hay casas, right? So that's affecting really wrong. We can see here, for the few years that I've been here, and they show pictures, como antes todo era una jungla verde hermosa, y cómo ha cambiado los tonos de verde a gris por las casas. And now they're found in jaguars that are killed. Hay jaguares que se encuentran muertos en la carretera porque los atropellan las personas, porque escapan precisamente del lugar donde ya no, más bien, no es que hayan escapado, es que ya no tienen hogar, right? So yeah, when I think about it, it makes me sad, and it makes me sad that we will make more humans. Cada vez hacemos más humanos y cada vez vamos a ser más en este planeta y lo estamos tratando muy mal, ¿no? It makes me sometimes scared because I think about what if I want to have children. En el pasado no pensaba en eso, pero ahora sí lo pienso. Like, what if in the future I have children? Voy a tener hijos. ¿Qué tal si un día quiero tener hijos en unos años? What kind of world will they live in? ¿Qué clase de mundo van a vivir? Right? I'm scared. I'm sorry if I shared this like with you. I don't want to share my panic, but I panic. Okay. Very well. So let's watch these catastrophes that I told you. Many of them were before the pre-industry era. Muchos de esos desastres antes de que hubiera todo la era industrial. What happened? Let's watch.
Known celestial body to have both a fully functioning climate system and active plate tectonics. But all that moving and shaking makes the Earth a potentially dangerous place to call home. And natural disasters are an unfortunate but inevitable part of life for any species that calls our blue marble home. Evolving around 100,000 years ago, modern man has barely been around for but a blink of an eye in the Earth's history. And while we've been spared some of the greatest, modern man has...
If that's not salad, that's my dirty... That's my dirty laundry. You understand? ¿Quién quiere traducir como un pequeño meme o broma que quisieron poner en el video?
Que no es una ensalada, es su ropa sucia.
Sí, Eva, esa no es una ensalada, es mi ropa. Okay.
Has barely been around for but a blink of an eye in the Earth's history. And while we've been spared some of the greatest catastrophes to ever rock the planet, we've faced our share of natural disasters. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Infographic Show. Today we're taking a look at the worst natural disasters in human history. 10. With humans first settling large river valleys, floods have been one of our persistent woes throughout human history.
Flood. Okay, flood, inundación. Se escribe con doble O, pero no vamos a decir flood. Se pronuncia flood como en la palabra blood. ¿Por qué a veces O y a veces U? Más bien, ¿por qué aquí se pronuncia como A y a veces se pronuncia como U? No hay realmente una explicación. Así es el inglés un poco raro. Okay.
Yet few floods have ever matched the devastation of the Central China flood, occurring across the span of Middle China in 1931.
1931, almost 100 years ago, a flood.
Preceded by an abnormally heavy monsoon season that resulted in 9 cyclones.
Check the vocabulary: monsoon, cyclones. Monsoon, cyclones. Okay.
In 1 month just prior to the flood, China was alternatively rocked by heavy drought and then extreme rainfall. This sudden rainfall led to the Yangtze, Yellow, and Huai rivers bursting their banks and flooding central China, killing millions of people and causing enormous property damage. Famous as the deadliest flood of the...
Deadly es peligroso, como no peligroso, es mortal. Deadliest, el más peligroso, superlativo. The deadliest flood in the 20th century in China.
The 20th century, the Central China flood killed an estimated 3.7 to 4 million people. 9. Egypt, Syria earthquake of 12.
What's an earthquake, guys? ¿Qué quiere decir earthquake? Earthquake.
Temblor.
Temblor, terremoto, pero you can say seism. Seism, like this.
2. The deadliest earthquake in recorded history. 13th century Egypt and Syria were rocked by a megaquake that led to a cascading cycle of disasters, such as floods,
right? Megaquake.
tsunamis, and then famine from devastated crops. Thought to have been caused by a geologic shift under the Dead Sea, the earthquake created a tsunami which led to extreme flooding. All in all, the string of disasters left over 1.1 million people dead in the region. 8. North Korea's arduous march. North Korea has a long history of rebranding its natural disasters, and few in its history were more devastating than the arduous march that began in 1994 and lasted for 4 years, nearly half a decade in length. The arduous march started as a famine, which was quickly exacerbated by a series of natural disasters. With its roots in ineffective government and the collapse of North Korea's patron state, the Soviet Union, natural disasters intensified the effects of the resulting famines, leading to over 500,000 deaths. Recently, North Korea has warned its citizens that another arduous march is incoming, and the world may soon see a repeat of one of the worst disasters in modern history. 7. Great Bengal Famine, exacerbated by a...
Okay, so here the problem was famine. Famine is hambruna. Maybe it's not natural, it can be like human-made, but
7. Great Bengal Famine of
it's a famine, right?
1770. Often at the whim of a precocious Mother Nature, humanity is no stranger to famines. Ruled by the British East India Company at the time, the Great Bengal Famine of 1770 struck territories in modern West Bengal, Bangladesh, Assam, Odisha, Bihar, and Jharkhand. A shortfall of crops in 1768 was a precursor to the disaster, but it was at the time nothing out of the ordinary. However, after the failure of the annual southeast monsoon, a severe drought gripped the area and
So we have this drought. Drought. What is drought?
Sequía.
Sequía. Very well. Can you please repeat? Drought.
Drought.
Very well.
soon, a severe drought gripped the area, and crops failed across the region. Initial reports of starvation were largely ignored by the East India Company until mass starvation struck in 1770. A series of disease outbreaks and mismanagement by the British ultimately resulted in over 10 million deaths among the native population. 6. Chinese Drought of 1876. Drought inevitably leads to famine, and no drought was deadlier than that which gripped China in 1876. A 3-year drought brought on by failure of regional monsoons devastated crops across the nation, leading to between 9 to 13 million deaths from starvation. Perhaps feeling guilty over their historical inaction in the face of catastrophe, the British actually organized a global relief effort organized by British missionary Timothy Richard, who established the Shandong Famine Relief Committee. Richard kept a detailed diary of the catastrophe and highlighted people eating the material of their own houses, selling wives and daughters in a bid to stay alive, and even dead children being boiled and eaten. 5. The 1918 flu pandemic. Disease is one of humanity's oldest foes, and few are more persistent than the seasonal flu.
Such
Yet
a tragedy of famine, then people start with cannibalism. And they don't only eat the other people, but they also eat each other. Imagine that thing, right? It's horrible. Look at this.
people eating the
La gente
material of
comía
their
sus
own
propias
houses,
casas
selling
y
wives and
vendían
daughters
esposas e hijas.
in a bid to stay alive, and even dead children being boiled and
You
eaten.
saw that. Niños muertos, hervidos y comidos. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, you see, life can be very hard. Well, guys, we'll finish for today. Tomorrow we'll continue. I'm sorry if this class was very traumatizing, not my intention.
I can't
Okay,
sleep
tomorrow.
today.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, guys, well, not see you tomorrow. See you the next class.